What's up, YouTube? I just wanted to go over real quick the best settings for Warzone as far as graphics go. Um, if you just want to get the most graphics or the best graphics for, say, having like not as good as a setup, like computer, this will help you. So field of view doesn't really matter. I think lower gives you more FPS, but play on whatever you're comfortable with. If you change it, it's going to be hard to adjust to. I play on like 90. It's pretty good. If I go to 100, it's hard to see people. Um, Display mode, either full screen borderless or full screen. If you don't stream, you might as well just go full screen, honestly, to get the most FPS. Render resolution, you could go 100 if you need the if you think you really need the visual and your computer's good enough. But you could go 90, and this is like for those that really need it. And go VSync disabled. Don't limit your frame rate. There's no reason to. Turn off highlights. Low latency mode on enabled. If you go enabled plus boost, it'll tax your GPU for no reason. And do streaming quality either normal or low. Low means like if your rig's not as good, obviously put it to low, and you'll be chilling. So sometimes I was using that on low, even on my other PC, which is already good enough to do normal, but it's all like preference. Texture resolution, you would go low here. I went high because I like the additional just being able to see more really, and I have a good graphics card so I can handle it. Texture filter, go on high right here. Particle quality, go low. Turn off bullet impacts and sprays. Tessellation disabled. On demand texture streaming, I put enabled. It's up to you. Shadow map resolution, go normal. Cachebot shadows, this enabled. Both of those enabled. I don't know why it was off. Particle lighting, go low. Ray tracing, you disable it. I'm gonna keep mine on. Ambient occlusion, you go to static objects, GTAO, and go to take off SSR. Film extract 0. DLSS off if you're on 1080p. If you're on 1440p, go quality. 4K, go performance. 8K goes to ultra performance. Anti-aliasing, put this to SMAA T2X, not the one I'm using. So I turn off ray tracing, and I would go. Oh, I turn off DLSS, and then I would go SMAA T2X, and then disable everything down here. Turn it to 0. You don't need motion blur. It'll just make everything worse. Go to general. Make sure your brightness is higher than 50. Like, it's hard to see rows in laying down in corners as it is. So if you could stand like the ugliness of 100, you could do that. I'm gonna put mine about like 65. I think I could use a little bit of a boost because I still struggle seeing like dark skins. Other than that, square mini map, you'll get the biggest mini map. I think it's worth it. And I think that's all that really matters on here. If you want to check your FPS, turn on FPS counter here in the menu. And the last thing you would do is, if you're on PC, press Alt F3. I'll take this off real quick, and then go to style 1 or 2 or 3, add filter, scroll down, click sharpen, change it to intensity 90 and 87, or a little bit less, a little bit more. Either way, it'll make that low texture that you're using look way better. I still have it on even with higher textures, but either way, it'll help a lot. That's crazy how much difference a VRAM texture resolution makes. If you want a little bit of extra fidelity in your game and still get some good FPS, you can go normal, because the load looks kind of bad, like it looks Robloxy, but it's all up to you, and it depends. Like if you're rocking a 60 hertz monitor, you might as well try to get 60 FPS while getting the best graphics. If you have like 144, 120, 240 hertz monitor like I do, then might as well turn everything low, try to get the best you can. But it's all personal preference at the end of the day. I was still getting 80, 90 FPS earlier with lower settings, so that's why I turned on ray tracing and stuff, because I'm like, might as well. But yeah, I'm trying to remember how I had this. Okay. Yeah, that's the video, guys. Quick one for you guys. Hopefully that helps you a lot. With these settings, like it can be hard to see at distance and pick out things, but it's a much smoother experience for a lot of people, and it still looks pretty good compared to just throwing on low everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and peace out.